Alright everyone, welcome to the stream. Hopefully the music's not too loud. What did I just do? Alright. Let's get started. So for those of you that don't know, this is pretty much what I'm trying to do is get not necessarily a group of people, but they could be individuals, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be a group, but what I'm trying to do, and oh, you guys can't see me. Hi. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some people together, and maybe not, like I said, maybe not collectively. That's fine. But if I can reach individuals, that'd be pretty great. So the whole goal here is to run through this C# course in free code camp, and once we complete the course, we can go and take a certification exam. So we're gonna go through as much as we can, and I'll be doing this as often as I can. I know I have been doing some game streams recently, but that's mainly just to test out streaming, test out the overlay, make sure I'm not having any issues. So pretty much now what we're gonna do from this point, I had put out two other streams on YouTube. These VODs are gonna go to YouTube when we're done. That way anybody in the future can go back and go through the material again, and I may, in some sections I may read what the course goes over, and this, okay, so to go over, this is a free course by Free Code Camp, but it's through Microsoft Learn. So we'll be going through the modules from Microsoft, but Free Code Camp is pretty much like there as the guide. So it's basic questions, reevaluating your knowledge, and then once you complete this, we'll start going into, like, I guess you guys will see when we get there. So yeah, let's just begin. I already went over the first two modules in the YouTube videos. Pretty much we went over what variables are, the differences between class and methods, variables, data types. So there's in, like, the type selectors, right? And we'll see some more examples here in just a minute. So let's go ahead and let's get to it. Okay, so what I didn't do at the end of last time was go mark this off. So which of the following lines of code creates a variable correctly? So we know that integers wouldn't have any appending letters, and to some of you this may be confusing that are just starting off on this point with me. I apologize, and if you already know this information, awesome. So we're gonna kind of like power through all of this. That way it's sequential from when we started the first video till now. I'd rather get that out of the way. Okay, with this answer, int x equals 12.3, and I don't know how well you guys can see this, so let's zoom in a little bit, right? Okay, so int x 12.3. Well, integers don't have any appending characters to them. An integer also cannot be a decimal point to begin with. Integers are whole numbers. Decimal, okay, so we get decimal, x equals 12.3m. That seems more correct than the others. And because decimal does need the appendage of m, and then boolean, x equals false in single quotes. Well, firstly, it would have to be false. Sorry, my nose itches. It would have to be false by itself, and lowercase at that, lowercase f. But then again, in single quotations, you can only put a single character inside single quotes. You would need double quotes to turn this into a string and remove bool and put string instead. So we know that this one is wrong too. So decimal x equals 12.3m is the correct answer. Then we'll check. Awesome. Submit and go to the next challenge. So this challenge will be partially completed in the Microsoft Learn platform. Follow these instructions. Oh, my beard's getting to me. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Now again, this is module 3 of the here we go, of the platform, so just bear with me here. Alright, so in this one we're going to perform basic string formatting, combine literal and variable text data that contains special characters, formatting, and Unicode into meaningful messages for the end user. Okay, so after you complete this module, you'll be able to create a string data containing tabs, new lines, and other special characters. So we're going to learn about the special characters, we're going to learn about Unicode characters, and we're going to combine string data into new string value via concatenation, which in the previous videos we kind of did with like, so hopefully this isn't too dark. Oh. Sorry. I feel like the screen's getting dark on me. Do I have it on? Okay, no, I don't have it on. I don't want it on. Okay. Sorry. Just making sure. And then combine string data into a new string value via interpolation. So we'll use interpolation. String data into a new string. I think that's when we use the money symbol. I forgot what that symbol's called. So prerequisites, so we've pretty much gone through all of this already. How to do console.writeLine and console.write methods. And then again, so this console keyword first. Hi Morbid, how's it going? We're learning some programming right now. Thank you for joining in. So this is a class, console, and then dot is a, oh man, I'm already befuddled with that. Yo, thanks for coming. And then writeLine is a method, and then a method must always include parentheses. And then we'll need to go through all of this. So, where's the button at? Because I've already completed all this. Introduction. Right. As a software developer, you'll need to write C# code to combine and format literal and variable data to create a new value. That value might be displayed, saved to a file, or sent across the network. Fortunately, C# provides many ways to combine and format data. Suppose you want to display the output of a command line application you're writing. You want to display values including literal text, text and variables, numeric data, and textual data in other languages. How would you format it? Or how would you format it correctly so that the user can understand what your application is communicating to them? In this module, use character escape sequences to format literal strings of text to include special characters, including tabs and line feeds. Ooh, learning to code. Yes, I am. Even characters from different languages like Kanji or Cyrillic script. You'll learn how to concatenate two strings together, and will use string interpolation to create a literal string template with replaceable parts. By the end of this module, you'll be able to control how your data is displayed to end users of your application. Yeah, we're going to be learning some C#. My end goal is to do game dev. That's actually what I'm going to school for right now. I'm going for game dev programming, but I want to learn some C# and mess around because I'm only doing 2 classes a semester. I don't have time when I work a lot, and 2 kids, so. But it'll be nice when because I've already completed 1 class for this semester, so I only have 1 left. So it's my easy class. So this should be, I should be able to go through this stuff and possibly have time. Or I plan on streaming Dragon's Dogma 2 when it releases. So hopefully it'll be a nice weekend of that. So our learning objectives is to create string. So we already kind of went through all this. We're going to use tabs, new lines, and special characters. We've already used kind of a new line command when we do the writeLine, but there is a call them escape sequences, and that's when we can use like a backslash. I believe in C# it's / backslash. I'm not 100%. We'll see it in a minute. Oh, that's super awesome. Once you get around to making a game, let me know. I'd love to try it. Yeah, dude. I am. Oh, sorry, Dudette. If you're Dudette, um, totally down. Actually, I do have an idea in mind that I want to make. Um, I've never played Luigi's Mansion, but I've been told that my idea is like Luigi's Mansion. So, but I have this idea for a game that I want to work on. So I've been kind of writing whenever here and there to add to the story of it, but yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit of time. I think the main thing that I want to get down are, because I'm getting the story right, but the game mechanics. I'm not entirely sure how I want it to work just yet. But definitely, I'll probably be letting everybody know. So this exercise combines strings using character escape sequences. So now we're gonna go in here, and you guys can actually, let's go ahead and read through this. Let's not leave anything out, right? Suppose you've been asked to create a mock-up of a command line tool that will generate invoices in both English and Japanese. You don't have to build the actual functionality that generates the invoices yet. You only need to provide the command line interface to internal customers in the billing department for their approval. Your manager asks you to make sure you add formatting to make the current progress of the tool clear. Your manager also asks you to provide instructions for the Japanese users on how to generate invoices in Japanese. Dude or dudette is fine. I'm female though. Okay, cool. That's what's up, dude. Dudette. And, sorry, I lost my train of thought again. Form a literal strings in C#. In this exercise, you'll learn different techniques to display special characters and add different types of formatting to the output. Character escape sequences. Do you do any art, Morbid? I've seen some of Vodka's stuff. I didn't know if you do. So an escape character sequence is an instruction to the runtime to insert a special character that will affect the output of your string. In C#, the escape character sequence begins with a backslash. Okay, so backslash it is. Followed by the character you're escaping. For example, the \n sequence will add a new line, and the \t will add a tab. So pretty self-explanatory, right? So we can do console.writeLine, and then we'll put hello, new line, world, and don't forget to close your statement with a semicolon, and then we'll write the other one out. Write line, hello, and then a tab, world. Oh. And don't forget to close your statement. Okay, so if we run this, we have hello, new line, world. And then we have hello, tab, world for the second line. So what if you need to insert a double quotation mark in a literal string? If you don't use a character escape sequence, you'll confuse the compiler because it will think you want to terminate the string prematurely. The compiler won't understand the purpose of the characters after the second double quotation marks. I occasionally draw or paint. I do leatherwork and gem store jewelry mostly. Ah, nice. Leatherworking is pretty cool. You make like wallets and or what kind of leatherworking do you do? I think that would be the better question instead of asking like, you know, anything else. So we want to insert a double quotation mark, which we can't. So we have to use an escape sequence because it'll throw us an error. So like if we try to go in here and instead of hello world, we want to do hello quotation marks world, right? That won't work. It just doesn't work out. Why? Because the compiler can't read that, as I just said. So what do we need to do to make it work? Well, like we were just told, what we'll need to do is add an escape sequence. So that, for example, but inside of our, so let's write line, and we can put hi, I said So / quotation marks hi / quotation marks. There we go. And then close our statement. And now, didn't mean to do that. And so now when we run this, it'll say, hi. I said, hi. Currently, bracelets are my main to go. Eventually, want to get to the point I can make leather armor. I go to a lot of medieval reenactments IRL. Oh, really cool. Yeah, that sounds fun, actually. I've only been to a Renaissance festival twice in my lifetime. I want to go again. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So once we use the escape sequence... Oh, and the reason why I was asking about what kind of leather work, I'm... I don't know how some people write, but I'm a big timer on protecting my children. My children are the most important things in the world to me. Right? The most important human beings in the world to me. So I do anything for them. So I do carry, and that's why I was asking what kind of leather work you do, if you've ever made like holsters or anything like that. I would definitely be like, show me your wares. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a little tangent like that, but that's cool that you do go to medieval reenactments and stuff. So like LARPing would be something that you might do. Okay. And hello world. So yeah, we can do. So instead of hi, let's put world and just make this hello. And that should be hello world quotation marks. Unfortunately, C# reserves a backslash for escape sequences. So if you run the code, the compiler will display the following. We totally skipped a line here. Right? So what if you need to use a backslash for purposes of display a file path? So what we need to do, right? Instead of using a single backslash, holster, not yet, but I do plan on eventually making those as well. Yeah, that would be really cool. My wife. I love you. Oh, okay. So you'll do console.writeLine, and then we'll put so like a file path, right? So we'll have to do a double slash source, if I can spell source, double slash repos. And now this should properly, after closing our statement or ending our statement, we hit run. And there it goes, properly displays in our console. Excuse me. But if we didn't have the double backslash, it would give us an error saying unrecognized escape sequence. The problem is the sequence /s and /r doesn't produce an error because it's a valid escape sequence for a carriage return. However, I am a fan of LARPing, but the medieval reenactments are a tad more historically accurate versus a fantasy of the Ren Fair. I love going to both. I also greatly enjoy D&D. Oh, cool. I have not played. I've never gotten to have a group session of D&D. I haven't had the I guess you could say like the time to really set aside, like 4 to 6 hours to play a partial or a whole campaign. And then plus all my buddies live far away. But we were trying to do an online D&D. They were doing it like once a week, but at that time I was working weekends, long hours. So we're going to format output using character escape sequences, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to clear all this out, and we're going to start with, to create the mock of the command line tool. So they were talking about the command line tool where the console output is going to go to billing, and the user cannot see that. But we also want to be able to display a different language into the for the user to see. That is entirely fair. Excuse me. Yeah, life's pretty busy, especially with two littles, you know. So we're gonna fill this out, console.writeLine, and we're going to generating invoices for customer and Contoso Corp. Oh, escape sequence. Oh, I need to pull my keyboard out a little bit more. Okay. And then we'll do /r. Oh, /n for new line. Look like an R. Yeah, I'm about to be joining an online one with some friends from the events, funnily enough. Hey, that's really neat. So you just like make buddies over there and like, hey, let's play some D&D later, guys. Cool. Oh, so console.writeLine. Yeah, I want to go to another Ren Fair. I think that'd be pretty fun. My buddies went this past year. I'm waiting for my kiddos to be a little bit older so they can be able to enjoy stuff like that. So we're gonna fill out the rest of this, right? And I recommend actually typing it all out so you get used to writing that console.writeLine. And as much as I like to, I would like to just do a copy and paste because I've already kind of started on this. It's best to just do it by hand the first time. First time going around, it helps you kind of see. So like, for example, right here, generating invoices for customer on Stopa Court, ... right? That's our first line. Now, if you look at the next two lines, you see how it has this sort of format to it, right? So we got an invoice 1021 complete, invoice 1022, but we have the spacing between. So we did that using the tab escape sequence. So that's going to be \T, and we get those two escape characters going, creating us some tabs, and then complete. So you can use that to format your document. It's not necessarily what you're going to need to be doing in the future, and we probably won't be using anything like this to begin with, but it's better to learn everything the hard way early on, so that way you kind of... Oh, I got a question, Morbid. Is the screen a little dark? I feel like the screen's a little dark. I wonder if that's better. It seemed a little grayed out on my on Streamlabs. Kind of weird. Let me see. I don't even have my okay. So we did that, right? We did our first formatting into the console. Go to the a little, but I can still read everything. Ah, okay. Does the gamma increase, does that make it a little bit better? A verbatim string literal. A verbatim string literal will keep will keep all white space and characters without the need to escape the \. Create a verbatim string, use the @ director before the literal string. So pretty much what this does, right? We can clear all this out, and then we'll do console.writeLine, and then so we're going to use the verbatim string literal, the @ symbol, and then we're going to add our quotation marks. We can write, we can put an actual tab in there, right? So if we just hit the character key on your keyboard, tab, and then we'll go ahead and fill out the rest. So right now we don't have to use any escape sequences. We don't have to worry about that. So we can go C, source, repos, hit enter key, and it's actually going to format into a new line for us. I think that's 2 tabs, and this is where your code goes. Finish. Oh, we'll just do that. I can type. Jesus. Okay, and so when we run this, looks like that. Sadly, got to go. Unsure, to be honest. Okay, I use my phone to watch chat, so I won't be able to say. No. Oh yeah. No worries. You have a good one, Morbid. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your time. Hope you have a great night or day, wherever you might be. Take care and be safe. And I'll see you next time. Okay? Or see you in the next chat. So with the verbatim string literal, we can use tabs, spaces, enter like a new line, and it'll actually count that white space. So anything that we do, like spaces, tabs, those are called white space, and it's not always red, especially when we're not using a verbatim string literal. That's why we before we had to use the escape characters, or the escape sequence characters. So we're going to format output using verbatim string literals. So we're going to add this line of code. Oh, we deleted our... we shouldn't have done that, right? So now this is we're a point where we can kind of... Much love, have a good night. You as well. Alright, so we're going to do that. Run. Now we have that. And if we wanted to, we could actually, let's do that. Let's do this as an example. Let's write this all in one line. Alright, so write line, and we're going to use the verbatim string literal. And we're going to do, or let's copy and paste it. Okay, so we're going to, oh yeah, we'll copy and paste this and get rid of the tabs. So copy, paste, or get rid of the escape sequences, because we don't need any of these anymore. Boom, boom. Oh, did I mess up? I did. So can you not use... Waking Wind Waker link. How are you doing? I'm doing well, bro. How are you? I am doing very well. I didn't know if we still needed to do that. No, we shouldn't have to. Why wouldn't that work? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. But we won't do that yet. Actually, let's do that. How to add quotes. How to add quotes in... I'm alright, trying to get some questions for my chatbot to answer. Oh, you have your own chatbot. How to add quotes in verbatim string literal. I have a grand total of 2. Whoa. What do you... So like your own language models is what you're talking about? 3 quotes is how you do it. Okay. So let's actually... Oh, we can... I love you. You gonna say goodnight? Okay. Oh. A little bit? Okay. Okay, baby.
Oh, let's go to bed.
It's time for bed. We're gonna have a good night. Give me a kiss. I love you. You wanna play again tomorrow? Oh, 1 sec. Not like ChatGPT or anything of that nature. Just a if question equals something, then answer. So are you gonna have like a list of answers? Well, I guess you would have to have. How does that work? Oh man, I'd have to kind of see, right? Is it like... I'm still a beginner, so I don't fully know anything. Don't... I'm still learning. I want to learn all this for. I want to do game development, so got to start somewhere, right? So triple quotes. So let's add those triple quotes. Awesome. Let's add that. So new line, and then we're gonna do invoice. We can actually just copy that and just delete that, and then we can add this one. Remove that. Yeah, it's a simple code. If question equals what language is this written in? C out. This is CPP or C++. Cool. I will have to try to make something like that. So, or I guess I could right now, right? So, be like if. Actually, I'm not too sure. Is C# the same way as Java? So it'd be like if then I don't know if it works with C#. If x equals 20, okay. Also, that read line is the C# way of getting a line. Yes. So if I get line, right? So if I do getting a line. Oh, so that would be like if I had you can store that into a string. Oh, store it into a string. Okay, okay. String prompt equals right, and then console.readline. Did I do it wrong? No arguments. Ah. Some console DLL, return string, example. The red line. Reader. Console.readline. The wall line equals console.readline. There's line. Okay. Sorry. This is using a loop. Oh. Okay, I don't want to get too distracted. I know CPP and C++. I don't want to mess with Python, which is what I've always been told was the best. I've been told Python and JavaScript are like the top two if you want to, but console.readline is how it is written. Okay. Gotcha. Let's continue going through this. Sorry, before I get carried away, this is actually I'm working on something here. Pretty much we're gonna be JS looked interesting. I started with JS actually, and then I did recently did Java in college because I'm back in school right now. But before I get sidetracked again, so pretty much this is for YouTube, and we're gonna be going through C# and trying to learn C# in about a month, and then take the certification exam that comes with this course that we're going through. And the course is free. It's online. It's on freecodecamp.com. If you are interested, I just had to say that and put that out there. And if you guys are interested in supporting this kind of thing, that'd be great. If you want to ask for text first, you can do console.writeLine into your prompt. String line equals console.read. mess it up. Right. Oh yeah. Oops. I always forget because I think. Oops. Oh, okay. Then you can toy around with line like if line equals name. Yeah, key sensitive language for sure. That's why I was like, I know in Java, like you have to call a string as string like this as a class. Or actually, sorry, not the class, as the object itself. But before I get too sidetracked, I do appreciate you guys jumping in and adding some stuff. I'm actually pretty excited. That's some stuff we can actually like, because this stuff is for everyone to kind of go back and look at. I should put chat on screen. I just didn't want to obstruct for when this goes up to YouTube for others to be viewing. But again, yeah, thank you guys so much. This is gonna be fun. CERT supports both, but historically weird. But that's because of VB.NET and C# both being supported. Ah. CERT writers use string. Yeah, that's what I've figured so far. It's string to be able to write a type string, not string. Yeah, because Java uses an object of string, like you call the object string and then put your string data into that new object. Kind of weird, but it's interesting stuff. I like how it all works. Where were we at? Oh yeah, we were kind of trying to format this, right? So if we do that, can we comment on this real quick? All right, let's try that. Where are we at? Complete, and then new line, output directory tab. Yes, Java wants people to see the difference between primitive types and classes, so they aren't too crazy in the reasoning. As a C++ guy, I don't use strings. I don't know. I know how to, but I do if statements, student vectors, and arrays. Cool. What are you working on, Waking Windwalker? You gonna be working on video games too, or you writing different types of applications? And what about you? Is that DSIL or the game? Yes. Cool, man. Cool. Unreal, I'm assuming. If you're using C++, I'm learning C# for Unity. I feel like I just want to make something basic, simple. I don't want nothing too out there. I just kind of want to make like a basic indie game, and I do want to make a website someday. I managed a team of 30 devs. Awesome, dude. That is freaking awesome. I come here at nights to speak. Cool. I appreciate you coming in. That means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I wanna help people. Pretty much is what I'm trying to do here. I want to help others learn how to code, or if not, they can, like if they don't learn anything from me, I hope that they can go on their own, at least gain some insight to something, and then they can move forward and, if they want to learn on their own, but they get inspired from it in some way. Strings are nice because you can store 32 digits in one character. Ooh. Store 32 characters instead of 0 through 9. But 32 bits. Unrolled, yes, but as it will be my first game, very rudimentary 3D asset like itch.io games are. Well, that's gonna be fun though. It's like it's your first big, your first project. I hope everything goes well. I mean, if you want to, you can. Not sure what you mean. To me, Diesel, or yeah, that's what I was just about to look up. That's why I pulled up Google. Sorry. How do I store a 32-digit unassigned integer in C? C does not support big ints like Java or Python. You could either store the 32-digit number in an array, but since you asked for comparing with other integers, this will not work. You mean a unsigned card can support 0 to 255 characters? You can store big values using characters instead of just numbers. I'm going off the rockers, guys. I forgot. I gotta stay on task. ADHD mind. ADHD mind. Okay, so we went ahead and did this. Now we're gonna go ahead and write at the end of this append. We're going to put right below that C invoices run. I didn't think C did that. Granted, I started learning this as a joke as I was up very late. But these days we have int 128, which is pretty large. Int 128. This is exactly why I wanted to stream this, because I knew some amazing people would come in and have some knowledge. Is there an integer? Is there a 128-bit integer in GCC? Let's see. Are y'all talking C++ or C#? Definitely an XY problem. Simply said, a 128-bit integer type is a 128-bit type with the unusual integer arithmetic operators. .NET 8. Okay. I assume C does have some as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, assembly seems pretty cool. Seems like, if you know like the main concepts, you can kind of get through it. Excuse me. Okay, so we are on limited time. Let's try to get finished through this module. I have to be in bed in about 40 minutes. I have work in the morning. Okay, so we went ahead and added the invoices file path to the bottom. Unicode escape characters. So now we're going to learn about Unicode. Do we ever use Unicode? I haven't. You guys use Unicode? I guess for certain things like copyright symbol, different languages. So Konnichiwa world is going to be this. I'm not writing that out. Oh yeah, emojis. I forgot about that. So we'll do that. It'll say Konnichiwa world in Japanese. Format using string. Format output using Unicode escape characters. I don't know if the. Sorry, I didn't mean to change it. Mess with it. Format output using Unicode escape characters. To complete the mockup of the command line tool, you'll add a phrase in Japanese that translates to generate Japanese voices, or to generate Japanese invoices. Then you'll display a verbatim literal string that represents a command that the user can enter. You'll also add some escape sequences for formatting. Add the following code to your application. So we're going to go ahead and just copy that and paste that. So to generate Japanese invoices, Nihon. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. So we're going to do console.write and then some escape character sequences. So new line, and then Unicode. This is probably Japanese. And then console.write invoices app.exe and then -j. So then we should see that in our console. And then to ensure code is correct, compare it with the following. So we went ahead and created our new line here. We went a little outside the box, and we went ahead and made our own verbatim string or sequence. \U means Unicode, and then the number is the index in the Unicode table, if you are wondering. Yes, and let's actually pull that up. That's a good thing to bring up there. So this Unicode table. Sorry. Let's see. Where is Unicode table? Darn. Okay, so not here. We'll have to find one. On my laptop, I have a few posted notes of Unicodes, which is probably a good idea, depending on what you're creating, I'm assuming. Unicode chart. Oh, sweet. Okay, so here it kind of tells us basic Latin. Okay, so here's all the... Oh, but that's not what we're looking for. Yeah, we'll have to find some. I know there. I had one. What's in my Java book? Hey, thank you, Waking Wind Waker, sorry, Wind Waker Link. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. It means a lot. If it was daytime and my kids were awake, I would play you something on the guitar. But right now, yeah, it's night time for them. But yeah, I know there's a lot. My Java class kind of went over Unicode, and it did have a big table in there, and I'm like, yeah. I won't touch it right now. It's fine. I always get called Windwalker. No, I'm gonna make sure I do it right. Okay, it's Wind Waker. I got respect for you, man. Okay, so when we run the code, it gives us our output. Yay! Let's give it a happy face. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to go to GitHub. No, it erased everything we did. That's okay. So we got the output, and then Unicode escape characters. We did that, created that. Recap. So we learned about escape sequences. So tablature, or sorry, tab. Don't trust links. This has a page one. I'll trust it. Oh, it's the ASCII table. Oh, yay! That's what I was looking for. I was just probably blind. There's the binary. Is that the... Yeah, that's the decimal value to it. Does Unicode go based off the decimal value? Or is it... I've always seen different symbols. Here we go. This is the hexadecimal value. Cool. So yeah, it's probably a good idea to look at those if you ever have to use them. This is UTF-8 Unicode, not UTF-16. So what is okay, yeah, there's a difference. UTF-8. I've mainly used UTF-8, I want to say, because that's what I was doing when I was kind of learning some web dev stuff. Versus UTF-16, if I can spell. So UTF-8 versus UTF-16 encodes a Unicode character into a string of either 2 or 4 bytes. The distinction is evident from their names. In UTF-8, the smallest binary representation of a character is 1 byte or 8 bits. In UTF-16, the smallest binary representation of a character is 2 bytes or 16 bits. Gotcha. Comes down to the nitty-gritty computer science stuff when it comes to that. Really cool. I find all of this stuff very fascinating, by the way. I hope that I can inspire some others to want to think and look at things this way. It's a way to compress Unicode. Gotcha. Make sure we don't, expand over file size. I'm sure when sent, yeah. UTF-8 is usually how it's represented when you transfer over network or store on disk. Yeah, pretty much for data size, right? Of the file. Recap. So, we're already done? Or is that... No, we're not. Damn. Okay, so we learned about that. We use the @ directive to create a verbatim string literal. Since memory is cheap. In memory, it's usually wide char 2 bytes. Since memory is cheap. Oh, okay, so... Gotcha. So, in memory, it's wide char 2 bytes. Well, now it is, right? I mean, because like before we didn't have the memory like we do now, so I can understand that. Okay, next, so now we're going to combine strings using string concatenation, and string concatenation is pretty much just adding two strings together. So this is, I want to say they call it overloaded operator. Only when you transfer it over a network or save on the disk you like to save. Okay, gotcha. And for those that are wondering what I'm talking about, it's in the Twitch chat. I'll see if it saves on there. Save on the disk. And what DCIL means by disk, he's talking about your hard drive, right DCIL? Steve, talking about the hard drive. Some people might still think disk means a CD. There's other reason why it's 2 bytes in memory. That's because it's faster to assume all characters are 2 bytes instead of making a condition while moving forward. Because faster to assume all characters. Okay. Okay, gotcha. So it's just faster. Faster for the processor, I mean. Okay, so we're gonna do string concatenation before bed. First thing we're gonna do is create a string called first name, right? And let's name it Fram. You can put whatever you want. We'll create another string called message, and it's going to equal, because any ASCII before byte 127 is 1 byte, and anything Unicode first byte is a page, and the second byte is a character at that page. Oh. Okay, gotcha. That means you have to check the first byte to less than 127. So you check it first, and if it's less than 127, we understand that it's 1 byte. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, and then we're going to concatenate this to first name. So we're going to do string message equals hello, and then we're going to add our first name to this. Now, we forgot to add the space. The reason why we need to add a space after is because it doesn't automatically add a space for us, right? It's just going to add these two together. So we press run now. Oh, I didn't put it to the console. So console dot right line message. Run. So it'll say hello Fram, but with no space. But if we add a space after hello, that makes code slower to process UTF-8 strings versus UTF-16 because it's easier to assume everything is Unicode. Whoa. Then you save them on the disk or transfer over network. You want to save either storage space or network bandwidth. Yes. Especially the bandwidth part, depending on where you're sending it to. I feel like my screen just keeps getting darker and darker for the... I'm just recording my screen. Oh, I have it on night time. Not off. Okay. Not now. Alright, so we ran this now, and it's gonna say hello Fram. Especially network bandwidth, which may be not obvious, but it's a lot of money saved over the whole network, the whole internet. Oh, well, yeah, and depending on the ISP, how much they charge for how much data you use, how big the company is. That. See, I want to get more into this stuff. I currently work IT now, so I'm trying to build myself up into programming, software development. I want to learn all the nitty gritty stuff, but like what I'm doing right now, you know, just start with the basics, get into it. I want to build great games, right? Like I said, but if I can get into it as in like professional sense, because like the game making thing is just a hobby, right? I just want it to be a hobby that I can, you know, maybe I can make a couple bucks on, sure. But just something in my spare time that I would like to enjoy doing. But if I can go into the field, become a professional programmer, I would definitely take it. So we got hello Bob in the command, or in the console. Concatenate multiple variables and literal strings, so we can concatenate more than just this, right? We can do hello Fram string last name equals play, and since it's all one, we can just do this, right? Last name, and then it should do Fram play. Oh, I'm lying. Forgot to end the statement. Okay, so hello Fram play. That's how you can add more than one variable, right? It's really simple. Depends if you want a space between first and last name. Yeah. Then if we want a space in between, then we can just add another operator, add a space in between that. If we just leave it empty, it's not going to add the space. We have to add the space in there. Hello Fram play. And if we want to be a little bit more silly, add an exclamation point. Hello Fram play. Alright, and that's pretty much it for that. Go into unit 4 of this module. Combine strings using string interpolation. Okay, so string interpolation is something I need a refresher on. So what is string interpolation? String interpolation combines multiple values into a single literal string by using a template and one or more interpolation expressions. An interpolation expression is indicated by an opening and closing curly brace symbol. So you can put any C# expression that returns a value inside the braces. The literal string becomes a template when it's prefixed by the let's just say money symbol character. It's a new way to concat strings in C#. New 3 to 4 years. Okay. So they just started doing that. You want a space between. I didn't know that. Interpolation is. So interpolation was not that. It's not that old yet. It's still in its baby phases for. Well, I mean, it's not in its baby phase. It's been around for a while, but it's new to C#. So okay, so we got message equals greeting. We didn't even make anything. We'd have to do it like this. So we can do string greeting equals hello. Or hello. Let's do it like that. Right, end it, and then string first name Fram, and then message equals greeting, and then here we can have the space first name. you can do more interesting stuff like not just concatenation. You can do formatting. Example, decimal price equals 1.25. You can do console.writeLine. That the price is price colon C2. Okay, so price, and then at the decimal point, 2 decimal places. Is that what that means? C2 would be currency 2 decimal places. Okay, currency 2 decimal places. Gotcha. I want to see that in action. Hold on. Let's actually do that. So this would work. No, it does not work. Did I do something wrong? Reading first name. Message. Oh. Okay. Good to me. No output. Okay, so what did we do wrong? Oh, duh, we didn't, don't judge me. Okay, I forgot to call. Yeah, I know. Gosh dang it, I'm so used to just constantly saving. Hello, Fram. Oh, we didn't even need that. Okay, cool. And so we can do that for our first thing, but we already did it. Using string interpolation with multiple variables. Oh yeah, I wanted to try out what you said. I won't judge you. I sometimes forget. Yeah, it's okay. We all do. We're gonna do if decimal price equals 1.25 m, and then we do console dot write line and string interpolation. The price is bracket price currency to decimal place end statement. Gosh dang it! Quick control S-ing. Didn't give me what I wanted. C++, you're in C++, so you can do worse mistakes than, for example, if a equals 10 instead of a equals 10. Oh god. So would a equal 10 be like memory reference, and then a equals, or would a equals 10 be to the memory reference, and then a is the actual value? I would like to know, because yeah, so we did that. So we can actually, let's do another one. Use string interpolation with multiple variables and literal strings. A equals 10 would assign 10. Oh, duh. Sorry, I was thinking of, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's late. Okay, so use string interpolation with multiple variables and literal strings. So we can do control A, plus control A, delete, int, version equals 11, string update text equals update to Windows, and then string message equals update text and version end, and then console dot write line equals message. Oh, what did I do? The variable update text is assigned, but its value is never used. Oh, I called it wrong. See? It's case sensitive, but not possible in C#, since it's forbidden in C# to do assignments and conditions. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Because you're not gonna do that, honestly, anyway. right? You wouldn't do that in the condition statement, in the if statement, right? Or what? You wouldn't do that. Yeah, you wouldn't do that in the conditional. You would make that in the statement. CPP devs avoid it by putting the constant on the left side if 10 equals a. This way, if you forget in equals, instead of always being a true condition and assigning by mistake the property, it would instead fail to compile, which is safer. Okay. You'd want it to fail the compilation before it messes up anything. Gotcha. Console alright. Message, update to Windows 11. So when we run this now, update to Windows 11 should appear. Avoid intermediate variables, just as, yes, because you can't assign a variable to a constant. Okay. Or in any language. Yeah, of course. I think that was one of like the first things in the first module for this. It actually said we cannot have cannot do string 10 equals a. Well, first of all, you can't have a variable named as an integer. Yeah, it just wouldn't work. Just doesn't read it. Yeah. Just because the compiler thinks it's... Yeah, thinks. Me too. My brain's a little right now. I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep, and then I'm probably gonna get another 5 tonight. I gotta wake up early. It's gonna be busy at work tomorrow, so we did that. Combined verbatim literals and string interpolation. So we can use both now. So if we do string project name equals first project. Oh, okay, gotcha. So we're, like, this is if we're gonna assign it to a file, we can do it this way. I mean, this isn't actually assigning it to a file, but this is what we can write to the console where, in our mind, where we want to send it. We can do interpolation and verbatim string literal, and then add the rest output, and then project name, data. In the statement. The cool thing about interpolation, to be more on topic, is that you don't have to worry about data type conversions. Yeah, because you can, I could just put like 1, 2, 3 in there, and it'll do it for me. Hee. It's so nice. So nice. Okay, so we did that and got an output. To recap, string interpolation provides an improvement over string concatenation by reducing the number of characters required in some situations. You can combine string interpolation and verbatim literals by combining the symbols for each and using that as a prefix for the string template. Alright, so we can go to the next module or unit. Complete the challenge. So now it's the challenge time. It calls the toString by default. Oh, okay. So interpolation, whatever variable or data type you put in there, yeah. And then it runs it to the toString method. The interpolation does, and then converts toString. Really neat. So since int a equals 10 and a toString would in turn turn that to string, so we can do this. Right, so in a equals 10, come on, equals 10, and then a dot toString, and then we can do, is it type of console dot writeline type of a? Does that work? No, I don't remember how to do. In C# we use get type. Oh, okay. Alright, thank you. So console Hey, come on. Cannot convert from method group. But in your case, it would be toString dot. Sorry, I'm being illiterate right now. Unless you put string of A. Oh. String of A get type. I might be doing it wrong. I might be too tired for this. String A. That to me. It's okay. We'll worry about it for next time. So we got a challenge to do. So now we're gonna do that will output 10. Yes. Yes, it will. Yes, it will output 10. Format and display instructions. Select all the code. We did that. We'll begin by solving the challenge with the following 2 lines of code. So we're gonna have this. Put that in there. The project variable will be used twice in the desired output. The Russian message variable contains a message view Russian output in Russian. You must use this variable in your code that prints a message. You may not change these 2 lines of code, but you can add code above and below each line. You must use these 2 lines of code to form the desired output. You may only use either the console.write line or the console.write method twice. Okay. In other words, to complete this challenge, you can only create 2 instructions that actually print output to the console. If you need to print additional new lines or add any formatting, you must use what you've learned in this module to accomplish it. Use a character escape sequence, verbatim strings, Unicode, and string interpolation to generate the output. So to complete this challenge, your code must look like this. So what we're gonna do, that would be nice if I just went to the end of that, create a new line. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do, well, we do this. We're gonna do it all in one line. Console.write line, and we're gonna use interpolation and that verbatim string literals, and we're gonna do view English output tab C, or actually, C exercise Acme data. Yeah, heck yeah, all in one line. We're gonna do it all in one line. Text. Okay, so Acme is gonna be replaced with the string interpolation, and we're gonna do project name. And since we're using this editor, it gives us autofills, so use advantage of that. And then we got a Russian version. Oh, actually, all we have to do is just do this and do Russian message. And then, unless it already has no, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, Russian message. We already hit enter there. Tab, C, exercise, and honestly, we could have just copied this just added the RU in there, the exercise project name, another RU data. So now, there we go. And then you can mark that as complete. Awesome job. So review the solution. So we could have created a whole nother piece to that. Oh, cool. And then we could have just put as English location. Well, either way, we wrote it like this. It worked just fine. Didn't matter how you created it, as long as you got the right answer. So let's go ahead and get to the knowledge check. Right? So which of the following escape sequences should be used to add double quotes to a literal string in C# code? So if we want to add double quotes, we're going to use the backslash double quotation marks. And that would be, so the backslash double quotation marks are just quotes, right? Not a single quote, it's quotes. You're going to have to put two, at the start of the quotation and at the end of the quotation. Which of the following lines of code correctly uses string interpolation, assuming that the variable value is a string? So which of the following lines of code correctly uses string interpolation? What we're going to do is string interpolation. So the only one that I see right off the bat, string interpolation uses the money symbol. This is the only answer with the money symbol. So there you go. Process of elimination. Unicode characters were embedded in C# strings for a console application to present a greeting message in Thai. However, the message is only displayed as a question mark, or as question mark characters. What is the probable cause? They may be missing the escape sequence. Unicode characters were embedded in the C strings. The wrong Unicode characters were used. The user's console doesn't support Unicode characters. It may be that the user's console may not be supporting Unicode characters. Or they're missing the escape sequence. No, because if they're missing the escape sequence, then it would have just been like those numbers. So this user, because the escape sequence is required to put the Unicode, and the Unicode is just a sequence of characters that represents thing on the table. I would guess more second one. The wrong Unicode characters were used, but they are both kind of true. Yeah. I mean they are, but the way I'm thinking it is that the user's console doesn't support the Unicode, only because if you were to write the you write in the code and or you got your string and then use the escape sequence for but you don't use \u, then it's only going to display the characters that you put in there. I guess the chances are high for 3. I think so, but if I'm wrong, then you're right. Which of the following lines of code appends a single backslash to the string directory? Directory equals directory plus backslash. Appends. Oh, that's a good one. I would say that a single quotes would do that. Because it's a single character. Dang it. I'm gonna have to C#. It's tricky. I know it is. So if I just want to, where's it at? Get out of here. What was the question? Okay. Okay, so we gotta have. Or not. Thank you. Okay. So I need to add a. Come on. We're gonna do a directory or string directory equals yada, and then directory equals directory plus. See what happens. We'll get rid of that. Directory. Run. So unexpected symbol. So we can't do it like that. So it would have to be with that place. That. Now let's run it. That's how you have to do it. Nice. Hey, look, I'd rather go and test it out and see myself. I like to figure things out. It's like a puzzle game. I think programming is really interesting because it makes you have to think. Even though this is stop. What did I pick? Oh my god. I had the right answer. I had you saw me. You saw me write it in the editor, okay? That's BS. I'm gonna redo. We're gonna do a redo. Next. This will be the correct way. That one. This one. And this one. Okay. Now we get 100. Yay. Then we'll hit next. We get a summary. So our goal is to write code that formats string with special characters such as double quotes, new lines, tabs, and other white spaces, as well as Unicode characters. You also combine strings using 2 different techniques. Using characters escape sequences, you added special characters. So pretty much everything that we went over. That is what we did. Okay, glad that we completed a module. Very happy. So let's actually hit complete after we're done reading through that. And then you'll get some experience. Then we can exit out of this. And we'll be back at Free Code Camp. So we'll mark that we finish it. So which of the following lines of code correctly uses a string interpolation, assuming that the variable value is a string? So again, string interpolation uses a monosyllable. Don't laugh at me. That's messed up, man. All right, and so it'll be the one with the money symbol. That's the only correct answer. Messed up, man. Okay, well, I appreciate everyone who tuned into the stream. Thank you so much for coming by, stopping by, giving feedback, giving some answers, putting some meaningful input to the stream. Are they bugging out? Nah, I thought it was a. Keep it up. Your memory is good. That'll help with coding. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really try. I actually just finished a Java course like 2 weeks ago was my last week. It was like a flex class for college, so done with that. Now I'm taking Logic. Well, I'm halfway through Logic. We just had our midterm, and I'm really liking going back to school. If I'm honest, I want to teach, so if I can just keep going with this and learning and putting it to use, hopefully make some games in the future. That's what I'm hoping for as a hobby. And then since this is going up to YouTube, I'm gonna do my little spiel. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Appreciate it. Love you all. Means a lot for everyone to come out here and coming through and watching through all of this. Even me getting sidetracked a lot, but I appreciate it. Thank you everyone at Twitch for tuning in. You also mentioned you play guitar. You may like music theory. Ooh, I will check that out here in a minute. Let me pull it open actually. It's auto-published. Okay, they have it published there. Ah. So it kind of tells you, ooh, I like this. No, thank you. Hold on, this is going to the favorites. No, we wanted. Just add it to the bookmarks bar. What did I name it? Music theory. Yeah. But thank you guys for tuning in. It means a lot. If you guys made it all the way through the end, thank you again. Appreciate it. You choose a note and skill. I'm gonna have to look at it. I've been playing since I was about. And again, I'm not just like I'm not a pro at coding. I'm not a pro at guitar. Life definitely gets in the way of things. I'm a very busy young man, with the family to take care of, and what I'm doing now is just part of my way. So we'll learn theory by coding it. Yeah. But keep it up. I can relate with kids. They are all sleeping. Yeah, mine too. Well, my oldest just went to bed, so I think you were here when she came by. Damn, I keep getting lost. It's 12. Oh, I'm so tired. All right, D-Sil, thanks for tuning in this long. I really do appreciate it. I hate to beg, but can you mind following? I really do appreciate your input. If not following here, I am on X. If you're on X or Twitter, however you want to call it, you can follow me there as well. The Fran Plays with an S at the end. Yeah, YouTube later. Oh, thank you so much. I'll have to play you a riff next time. If you're in when I go live, I'll play you a little something. I'll try to do something a little bit earlier. And if you pop in, I'll go grab the guitar and play you something. All right, that's it. Good night, y'all.